exploring Dwemer City found in Project AHO. Yeah, it's a shame. I was looking at these videos on YouTube and the quality leaves a lot to be desired. It's really a shame because from my vantage point it looks amazing. Thanks, Farkas.
Mind your step.
Thanks.
Don't hit these pressure plates. They mean trouble.
What? Oh, those things.
Hurry, we don't have much time. On our way to the library, we'll lock all the doors. Plus some half-wits. No starting to nose off your doors. I'll kill you.
Oh, that's weird.
It's getting hot. There's a steam turbine ahead of us.
This looks so good in VR.
For trouble would construct large and well-protected cities. Worldly grammar. These traps would not trigger.
I wish he wasn't rushing me along. I'd love to actually take a look at this place properly. What was that quest I picked up? Not to complain about a free mod, but I don't know if the moss textures did their job. Like, I can see what they're going for, but it just doesn't sit right.
Behold the Etherium Abyss. Look, the spiders I told you about. They heed us no attention. Not a bother. I doubt you've heard of the stories about Etherium.
Yep, sir. Also, I recommend anyone check out the art book. It's really fascinating. They released like a 30-page art book. I enjoyed it. It's good for like a good minute or two at the least. Anyway.
You to mess with me.
37 versus 26. Alright, I'll bite. Is someone there?
I knew it! All over now.
Yeah, if anyone ever watches this, let me know why the quality is so different between what I'm seeing here and what I see on the recorded video, because the difference is striking from what I've seen. And not to say this is perfect, but it's a lot better than what you're seeing on your end. I even tried adjusting the width and height in the preferences file, but
once a great but secret city. Its inhabitants were not involved in any conflict with the North or other dwellers. Nor was Balzac in so-called the study and extraction of Etherium ceased not until the Dwemer race ceased.
is it enchanted?
This should be good.
I knew it!
All you got.
Mine!
Nicely done.
Ain't you to mess with me?
Alright, we're getting to the first boss battle.
The abyss is a huge Etherium mine.
I think,
Dwemer
anyway.
learned to extract this mineral and make incredible things out of it. But the nations of Balzac could have conquered all of Tamriel with the power hidden within these depths. Fortunately, they had no such intention. The Dwemer had always been attracted to the unknown, and it certainly led them to their unknown.
There it is, the boss battle arena. Oh, please, Naloth, take the lead.
We're almost there. You can come on.
There it is, the Ethereum depths. Long way down. Oof. Oh, he's up there. Oh, I think it's on the return trip that happens. Okay. Thought he came down this way. There he is.
We have arrived. I will collect the books I need. Ah, here it is. The greatest of all known libraries. Ha! Take it all in. Marvel.
I mean, it is genuinely awe-inspiring. This is, where I took my, profile photo for YouTube. In this room. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, so few of the books are actually interactable. That's strange. These are some of the rarest books in the game, if I remember correctly. You know what? This one's gonna be a short video. I got to the library. I'd already kind of made up my mind that I don't feel like reading every book in this library. I think it would take way too long. I think maybe someday I'd like to do a series of videos where I collect every book in this library and read them all. But since I'm not going to do that, this is just going to be a short 5-minute video. I really thought the boss battle was to get in here. I forgot that it was on the way out. So... beautiful, though. Oh! Let's see if I can... There's one. Whoosh! This is where you unseal spells, if I remember correctly. Let's see. That's strange. You know what? I'll do one. And then I'm going to end this video. Sadrith Kagran, Guilds and Factions by Irver Milo, the eponymous author. The initial plans of our expedition included the study and investigation of the Dwemer ruin of Skyrim, but after discovering the previously unknown Bazarf ruins, House Telvanni decided to expand its influence in Skyrim. Initially, credentials were received from ambassadors of House Telvanni and the right to represent the interests of the house in the province. Later, we not only received the land around Bakalarzdorf at our full disposal, but also secured it legally. Naturally, this fact could not be ignored by various guilds, not only in the territory of Skyrim, but also the rest of Tamriel. The return of lost links with Morrowind after the Red Year was our first priority. Unfortunately, we did not receive any news from House Telvanni. To find out the details, we tried to find out how things stood in Indoril and Dress, but here they also failed. Traders from Halalu are south of us, so due to various circumstances, whether geographical locations or old contracts, most often our settlement interacts with House Redoran, in particular with representatives of Raven Rock on Solstheim. Our slave market enjoys a certain popularity with the Great House, which once refused to follow the ancient tradition of its ancestors. Yes, and we periodically travel to the island. A big surprise for us was the fact that the oldest guild of Morrowind, Morag Tong, not only survived the Red Year's consequences, but also succeeded. There is a feeling that from this series of catastrophes, they only won and were able to strengthen their positions. This cannot be said about their competitors. According to rumors, the Dark Brotherhood has only one refuge. It was Morag Tong who helped us defend ourselves against the assassins' attempt to attack us and seize our resources. Thanks to Morag Tong, our city lives in peace, and the guild can fulfill orders not only in the territory of Morrowind, but also on the lands of the Nords. Perhaps the Dark Brotherhood are the only maniacs who dare attack us. With every other guild, we are in a neutral relationship with some trading. For example, through the Thieves Guild in Riften, no matter how badly they are doing, we sell to them some goods. Although for some time now, things have been more convenient and reliable with Maven Blackbriar, her influence on the city and the hold is substantial. Of course, this cannot be taken advantage of. However, the Thalmor are the most compelled contact for us. Arrogant relatives who manage to break the stupid Imperials poke their nose not only in the affairs of the province, but also in the affairs of our house. The only positive aspect is that Altmers are frequent guests at our auctions, and the guests are quite wealthy. This inevitable interaction leads us to economic dependence on Thalmor, which we are trying to avoid with all our strength. So far, they do not hold a strong interest in the city underneath Sadrith or Kagran, but I am sure they will start sniffing out what we're doing here. Thalmor will reject any of the arrangements with the Empire in a moment. The Dominion has the power to dictate any laws to the Mede Empire. Otherwise, we do not care for other organizations. If it does not bring any benefit directly to our house or us, Telvanni is always full of things that are far more interesting than the lives or destinies of other people. Oh, this is part 3. This is the next part. I read you part 1, I read you part 2. Here's part 3. In the early years, our settlement was a simple and primitive tent standing in the center of the cave. That all changed when Shanna Selthry, the greatest scientist who surpassed Drevaith Fear himself, managed to find a truly incredible device left by the Dwemer, the ethereal Dwemer Orrery. He and the transformation of her home will be discussed in the 3rd volume. The Dwemer Orrery is a unique structure, the 3rd of its kind, known to us at the time as a workable orrery. Another orrery is located in Stros Mackay, and the other at the Arcane University. However, the design of the ethereal orrery is fundamentally different from those already known. According to the respected Shanna Selthry, the main mechanism works on a special energy derived from the Ethereum mineral. The ruins of Bakalarzdorf once represented a large underground mine for the extraction of this mineral. In addition, even the small pieces of rock that Shannath brought to us really did possess great magical power. In connection with this discovery, Talicia proposed using the Ethereum to accelerate the growth of mushroom spores, which were brought in sufficient quantities by Tamina Elenol. She planned on studying the survivability of mushrooms in a more severe Skyrim climate, but the situation changed, to which she was incredibly pleased. Pure Ethereum, however, could lead to uncontrolled spore growth, so it was decided the experiment would begin with the use of the energy from the orrery available in abundance. Pure ore was practically not amenable to processing, and it was not possible to transfer a sufficient amount of rock to the top. The extraction of Ethereum takes place in the lowest part of the city, the Ethereal Abyss, so we decided not to touch this area, but to grow houses directly in the cave at the exit of Bakalarzdorf. Strangely enough, the mushroom spores quite successfully took root on the orrery's Ethereum generator. The chutes actively filled not only the spaces of the cave where the planetarium was located, but also pierced its arch, falling into the main part of our dwelling. By joint efforts of Marisa, Shanath, and Tamina, we have small houses connected by roots with the most important and large fungus, called the taland. It is without a doubt one of the largest mushrooms grown by us, but our formal capital, Port Tavanis, is of course many times larger. Over time, unusual flora began to grow around Taland. The growth of mosses and lichens increased. The energy of the Ethereum, together with our magic, transformed the plants created in the cave, a truly unique eco-world. We have some fauna in the form of fireflies and mud crabs, which are also affected by the mineral. The latter are quite calm and not at all aggressive, so anyone can feed them, which they seem incredibly happy about. The influence of Ethereum in our magic has an effect not only on mud crabs, but also a pair of domesticated netches brought in by the End of All family. The netches have successfully adapted to the conditions of the cave and could eventually produce healthy offspring. Taland affects not only animals, but also ourselves, the inhabitants. For reasons we cannot fully understand, the aging process in Sadrith Kagan is significantly slowed down. The feeling that time here holds no power. When earlier, some people thought of leaving Sadrith Kagan, now no one is ready for such a step. In other words, they're almost trapped here, but it's none of my business. Oh, wow. The reading room. Yeah. If, by some miracle, someday I actually have a YouTube channel that has at least, I don't know, let's go with 5 subscribers, I will read every book in this library. There's a couple of YouTubers, one in particular who does World of Warcraft lore videos. And I just feel inspired by them. I know I don't quite have the voice he does, but hopefully someone someday enjoys it. But here we are. I really feel like there is a way to unseal spell tomes, those little blocks. Okay, though. Let's go back to the main room. Find Shanna Selfree himself. I will scan, though, for any spell tomes. I just walk right over it. Huh. No, this is the main chamber. I haven't found him yet, though. Wonder where he is. Ah, there's one. Much better. Alright, let's collect, No, that's right. We'll come back to this later. Alright. Gonna go back to the entrance. Oh, Farkas. Hey, and there he is. You're kidding, is this the chamber? It is. Okay, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining me.